Hey, my friend, welcome back to Warplan AI's Money Mission. This is number 7. We call it Fast Pass. Here's something that might break your brain, but did you realize that your pricing is actually part of your brand? Okay, so I'll circle this down here. Your pricing is part of your brand, but there's something else that's part of your brand too, and it's your speed. So we're going to talk about selling speed, and we're not talking about the illicit drug speed. We're talking about selling convenience, selling, an accelerated service or an accelerated experience. There's lots of ways to kind of mix and match this. And what's awesome about Fast Pass or this money mission is if you think creatively for your company, there's going to be at least one or two very simple things that you can monetize after I explain how this works. And chances are it's going to be 100% profit to you. It's not going to cost you any extra to deliver it if you do it right? Let's learn from the rich mouse, okay? Anybody know who I'm talking about, the rich mouse? It's called Walt Disney, the company. I've heard they do pretty well for themselves. They make $1 or $2. No, Disney is a ridiculous marketing machine. One of the things they do at Walt Disney World or at their theme parks is they sell a fast pass. I mean, we've all heard of this. They don't use a card anymore. I think they use those bracelets, right? And it's for people that want to skip the line. Now, depending on the type of industry you're in, this will have some nuance to it. So I'll use, for example, like a service company that does carpet cleaning or something. So carpet cleaners go out and they give a quote and they give a price, and the person says, yeah, sure, sounds good. When can you come do it? And then the carpet cleaner, if they're really small, they might be booked 2 or 3 weeks out or 2 months out. I hope not, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. But whatever the case is, they schedule and then they do the service. And what's really interesting is that if you just offered for people to get it done faster, very briefly, a lot of them would say, no, that's fine. We can wait 2 weeks. But some of them will say, yeah, that'd be great, right? And you charge them for it. It's very simple. I mean, there's different types of buyers, right? So when you're looking at all of your customers, they're not all created equal. Can I get an amen? They're not. You know who I'm talking about. Think of the crazy customer that you're thinking of right now. Yeah, we don't want more of them. We want the affluent people that value time. The people you're going to make the most profit from in any service company are the people that value their time more than anything else. And to give you an example of that, I'll give you 2 examples. When I moved to Texas, we had this home, and before we even moved furniture into it, I got a postcard in the mail, true story, from a local lawn care. This is in Frisco, Texas, a local lawn company. And so it had a QR code on it, and it said, get an instant estimate now. I scanned the QR code, and then I put in my address, answered some questions, and it gave me a price. And it said, would you like to just book and pay for it now? To my surprise, I'm like, yes, I would. I don't have to talk to a human. I can just give you money and you make my problem go away and you mow the lawn. This is amazing. I'm the type of buyer that values time a lot. I don't want to have to do stuff. I don't want to have to call. I would pay more to not have to do stuff. And we actually lived in that house for 2.5 years. I never once talked to any of the people at the company, but like clockwork, they came and did the stuff. They would do fertilizer. They would upsell stuff, and they would just send me a receipt telling me what they did. And I didn't have to even think about it. And what I was paying for was convenience or speed. Now, not everyone will do that, but the ones that will can massively affect your bottom line. So we at least want to offer it at a minimum. So the carpet cleaner guy might say, hey, if you're a member of our VIP buyers club, we can actually have you skip the queue and we can get to you within we have a 48-hour guarantee. So I don't know if there's anything pressing, but it's only this much a year for the club and we can come in 2 days. Or it's this much of a fee and we can come faster, right? An emergency cleaning fee. We used to do that in my cleaning business. And 1 out of 8 people probably would buy it. But it didn't cost me anything because all we would do is schedule those jobs a little bit earlier in the morning or at the end of the day. And then we would give a little small bonus to our crews to go do those jobs, right? But because we're charging for it, it's like money for air. It's crazy. A couple other examples in the similar vein is Uber. A lot of people don't know this, but Uber charges different prices based on demand, which is a critical thing that really everyone should consider doing. When you're at your peak busyness, your prices should be going up. That's called supply and demand pricing. And so they use what they call surge pricing. And so they can tell, because it's a technology company, kind of where the sweet spot is on how much is too much and how little is too little to balance out the supply and the demand. Are you doing that? Right? You can do that. And when you're at peak busyness, you can raise your prices up and make a lot more money. Another example of sort of selling speed is the Amex Centurion Lounge. So I have, credit cards for my business. I have a Amex Gold and an Amex Platinum, and they're these metal business cards. And they're metal, which it gives you perceived value, but you get access to these lounges. And when you've traveled through the airport, you can go to these lounges. They're like amazing. They have like private workstations, buffets of food, an open bar. Everything's free. It's part of the thing. Now, is that selling speed? It actually is, sort of. It's selling or giving a bonus to people that value their time, people that want status. And even if you're a little carpet cleaner, you can give people status. So let's talk about how to do this. So first of all, because speed is part of your brand, answering your phone in one ring matters compared to 4 rings, or God forbid, call them back later when they leave a message. The response time that your company has automatically can make you more money. So if someone sends you a message on Facebook and you type back to them while they're still at their computer, that is huge, right? It decommoditizes your business. When you're talking to someone that's speed sensitive, someone that values their time, they're like going to book it right now, do it right now. I don't care. Do it now. Boom, 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 boom. Premium price, premium profit for you. But we got to be responding really, really fast. The faster we answer questions, the more money you're going to make. A friend of mine in New Jersey runs a pressure cleaning company, and he actually can schedule and complete the job before a lot of his competitors even call them back. And so he doesn't let his schedule get booked out really, really far. He'll do jobs next day, but he's almost twice the price of everybody else, and he does almost $400,000 a month during their busy season pressure cleaning because he's specifically catering to people that value time. They want it now. They want it fast. They don't care that it costs $2,000 instead of $1,000. They want it now. And his response time is off the chart. Then of course the result. So how fast can you go do the thing? If you're going to fix my car and it's going to take 10 days, that's pretty crappy for someone like me. I want my car back. I don't want the little tiny rental car while I'm waiting. I will pay more for you to do it right now. I'll pay more for me to get it tomorrow instead of next week. Not everyone will, but it's free money. Just make the offer. And then status can be part of it. It could be part of a VIP buyers club, and I give you some ideas below. And then, of course, people that are part of the club can get extras, right? Or people that are buyers of your Fast Pass can get other services other people can't get, or they can get other, benefits that other people don't get. You can be really creative with this. So let's open up the idea vault here. Here's a couple of them. You could call it the Jump the Queue program, the priority service thing, the VIP membership, the seasonal rush option, the rapid response guarantee. In the other money mission, we just talked about guarantees. You could have a rapid response guarantee, or if they join your continuity program, which continuity is just a fancy word for a reoccurring payment program, like they pay $20 a month, or they pay $300 a year, or they pay some sort of membership, then they get the rapid response guarantee. So when they book, they go first. And that gives them status, it gives them extras, it gets them the result faster, and the response time is fast, right? And then the last one I have is an express install. Are you comfortable with the standard install, or would an express install be better for you, Mrs. Jones? An express install? What's that? Oh, it's very simple. We do the same thing, except we can do it really fast. It costs us a little more because we're going to have our technician come earlier than normal, but that way you can have it done tomorrow or the next day instead of 2 weeks from now. Is that something you'd be interested in, right? So that is the idea of selling speed. So what areas of your business could you sell speed? Not the drug, but the opportunity for affluent people that are going to love you for selling them this. Trust me, you're going to get bigger tips after they pay for your Fast Pass because they're so grateful they didn't have to jump through hoops just to give you money. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope your group discussions are valuable about this, and we'll see you in the next Money Mission.